Hey guys, we're back with Detective Butler. This is either going to be the last episode or just attached onto the last episode. It really depends how short this is. It could be 5 minutes, could be 10, could be 2 minutes. So let's get started. It's been 2 days since the murder. Yesterday, we spent all day with the police. Due to the large amount of evidence Butler had gathered, we didn't need to stay for very long. But he just had like the dead body in like a bag. The fire hadn't reached above the first deck before it was put out, so the crime scene remains fully intact. Either way, we'll be called back here once again for Blade's trial. For the time being, we can all go home. So, here we are at the airport. Howard is reading the newspaper. Anxious to make the headlines already. It's going to be a nightmare once we get back to New York. Everyone will be asking questions about this incident, I'm sure. Meanwhile, Elizabeth's writing in some documents she took out of her luggage. You can see the GG emblem on them, so those papers must be work-related. Guess she's not taking any chances slacking off now. That's right, Elizabeth was appointed the new CEO, wasn't she? With all the commotion about my father's death, I've completely forgotten about that. She's gonna have many more responsibilities than she did in her previous role. She looks a bit nervous. I wonder if she'll really make a good successor. Suddenly, I hear a familiar voice calling me. Hey Gilligan, oh no, it's you again. Scylla can be seen running towards her group. She trips. She trips and falls on the way over. Scylla, are you okay? Don't worry about me. Just here to see you off. Thanks. Wait, where's Butler? It's good to see you again too. The least I could do. Really sorry your cruise was such a disaster. Can't imagine you had a lot of fun. Probably wasn't much of a vacation. Now you already have to go back. Well, wasn't expecting much in the first place. Although, not anyone could have expected what actually happened. Yeah, nobody could have seen that coming. A game called Maiden, Voyage, Murder. Nobody knew what was... Believe me, there are lots of fun places around here. Maybe you can come back sometimes and they can take you on a tour. Sure. I'll look forward to that. So, what are you planning to do once you return to New York? Rather helping enroll me in a big-name university, so I feel like you should at least test the waters. Once summer is over, I'll start my first year of university. Hopefully I'll have a degree when I'm 22, in 4 years. 1, 2, 3... Wait, you're only 18? Seems like she just now realized you're blended. What about you? I mean, what kind of plans do you have for the future? Heard about what happened with the fire, right? Yeah, burned through the basement and the first deck. Right. You know what was down there, don't you? Boilers, the entrance, the supply rooms, and the laundry room. It's not going to be inhabitable for a long time. So what are you going to do? Plus, I'll have to find work somewhere else. I was thinking on my way here, maybe I could become a flight attendant. Looks like it could be fun. Next game, Plane Voyage Murder. Means Donald will be out of the job too, won't he? Yeah, but Donald wants to retire anyway. Told me this incident was too much for him. He only had a heart attack when the ship started going up in flames. It's understandable. The ship was going to his family, but it's not even useful anymore. I'm sure I just want to forget it ever happened, too. Captain Jack still hasn't been found, has he? Yeah. No one's seen or heard from him since the ship docked. In fact, when the fire alarms went off, the whole crew tried searching for him. It was assumed he might have died in the fire. But we didn't notice yesterday that one of the lifeboats had gone missing. Isn't that kind of strange? So it's possible he faked his death and escaped after all. It's not as though he's guilty of murder, but he did act as an accomplice. There's not much we can do, so I hope the police are able to do their job and find him. Elizabeth had been silent the whole time, occasionally looking up from her paperwork. Probably wanted to engage in a conversation, but she must have had important things to take priority. Hey Gilligan, sorry to interrupt, but there's something important Howard and I need to ask you. Sure, what is it? As you know, your father appointed me the next CEO of the company. The process is going to be rather lengthy, especially because of his sudden and suspicious death. But if this really is going to happen, I'll need your signature. You're his only surviving relative. There's no other way for this transition to work unless you're okay with it too. Galvano was still alive, he had the legal authority to transfer the company to Alyssa. But since nothing about it was ever done while he was still alive, there's no legal proof of that transfer of power anywhere. In other words, you're going to inherit the company no matter what. The best you can do is sign an agreement to hand it over to Alyssa, but it's entirely your own decision. No pressure, right? Won't be mad if you tell me otherwise. It's your company now. Can't want to run away. You can't run it any way you would like. I see. Yeah, no pressure. This decision was actually pretty significant. I didn't realize it at the time. What they were saying was true. Elizabeth was to become the next CEO. I'd have to be the one to give her that power. The question was, do I want to give that position away? After everything that had happened, I'm in a better position to understand what my father had truly wanted. Perhaps it wasn't so bad after all. I already told Cecilia I'd be attending school. But with my father's vacancy, I'd opt to skip higher education and go straight into the workforce. Okay. You sure you'll be okay with whatever I decide? Promise. I want to give it a chance, but I'm not nearly prepared to be a CEO yet now. Howard, you've known my father for a long time. You know him better than anyone else. I'd like it if you could teach me how everything works inside the company. Teach me what my father wanted. That I can definitely do for you. Alyssa, tell him prepared enough for the role. Still like you to have you in charge. I'd rather trust you, so I'll do the same. What a mature response. Make sure all the paperwork is sorted out that way. Also, Cecilia, since you're going to be looking for a new job anyway, we're willing to hire you at Juju Inc. Really? But just a maid. I don't know anything about life insurance. That's fine. Sure, we can train you. It's not like I know anything either. Sounds promising. Oh, they just had to get her in the next game because they want to reuse sprites. Maybe you can show me in New York then. Continue to talk until our flight had been announced. It's time to start boarding the airplane back home. That's our flight number, isn't it? People are forming a line. Yeah, our flight's been called. Better get moving, Gilligan. Grab hold of the carry-on luggage I had set in my chair. Well, this is it. Let us stay in touch. Yeah. See you later. Have a safe flight home. Three of us head to our designated seats. Howard offers to let me sit by the window. Sit my luggage beneath my seat and look outside. After a few minutes, the engines start up. It's that sound again. Speaking of engines, Detective Butler had mentioned something to me just before we parted ways. Oh, journal updated. It's after our confrontation with Blood that she tried to escape custody. Listen, Gilligan. Remember when I told you to take out that gun and aim at the tires, right? Do you recall actually seeing the bullet hit the tires? It was too dark to see. I just assumed that's what happened. Else could our car have spun out of control like that? I was shocked I managed to hit them so accurately on my first try. Come take a look at these tires with me. She won't get away. Not with the cops watching her right now. Come on, just real quick. Okay, I'm looking. I don't see anything at all. Well, that's the problem. There are no holes. The tires aren't flat. I don't even see bullet marks on the car itself. Then, what happened? Butler points to the hood of the car. Smoke is rising out of it. The hood pops slightly open. I've seen something like this before, haven't I? From what I can tell, it looks like a homemade bomb. All you need is some cleaning supplies, and it's easy enough to create. Who would place a bomb in your car? Who could have done it? Say we've done enough sleuthing for one day. Or at least I have. About that. But... Was it Jack, or... Butler put the bomb there! He knew before even getting on the ship life would murder him, so he put the bomb there. I'll have to find someone to repay you. You've done so much to help me. Had fun. That's payment enough. Unless you're willing to share some of the big corporate cash you've got flowing into your bank account. Sure, I'll come up with something. Let's stay in contact. Sounds like a deal. If you ever run into any other interesting cases, ring me up and I'll be there. Right. Because you'll want to write about it in the Lighthouse Chronicles, won't you? Nah. That whole reporter thing was a lie to get some VIP seats on the cruise. I'm just a stay-at-home detective who likes to go on misadventures. Nice. Finally, the airplane is taken off, and we're sitting comfortably in the blue skies. I got kind of bored looking out the window, so I opened my carry-on luggage to search for a more interesting use of my time. And I found it. A Golden Age mystery novel Butler had given me as a parting gift. It said it was about a pair of brothers who were murdered in London. Both of them had been found in supposedly impossible situations, but the truth was, of course, much simpler. Butler gave this to me, told me that the office of that area wanted their readers to be able to find the answer before the detective. So back and forth between the two, in other words, a game. So Butler challenged me to find the answer the author hidden between the lines. Before he left, Butler told me one more thing. Sure, it takes real detectives to find the answers that the author had hidden. But an even better detective, do you know what they can do? They can find answers that the author had never intended. Do you think you can find them, Gilligan? I'd like to see you try. Very well then, Detective Butler. I'll give it my best shot. Is that the game saying, oh, there's secret answers in this? Or is that just Umineko? This is Umineko credits! Wait, this is just regular credits. Episode 1. Tell me this isn't Umineko. Tell me that. Alright, there's Kinjo Shadelin. I think I'm missing it up there. Meta. Choco Jax. Ozaki. How much do you have to QA a visual novel? Freesound.org for the music. Opening theme. Criminal search by someone. Beta testers, a lot of them. Special thanks to Card Queen, Just Nainon, Uncle Mion, /Ccats/ Created with OnScriptor. Thank you for playing. It didn't even thank all the goats. This isn't Umineko. What? This isn't an official Umineko game? I thought this was episode 9. Bonus content unlocked. Please select new game from the main menu to see additional. Huh? Oh, there's a gallery and a music box. Yeah, there. Oh, there's only 9 CGs? Totally forgot about that too. Huh. That one's good. Oh, use that as a thumbnail. Wait, no, because that's spoilery. Ah, man, I want to use it as a thumbnail though. But, bonus. Official website, additional art, draft 0, draft 1 summary. Oh, okay, this is kind of cool. Should I go over this now? Official website. That'll perfectly open in Chrome. Additional art. Oh, there's Moe Galvano, Donald. Oh, Howard, Liza, Blight, Shy Price or something. Jack. Oh, and he's a pirate. Who's this? Helen? Who's Helen? What, like a scrap character? Character sketches. Oh, Helen's the Cobalt girl. And what, bodyguards? Donald had a spoon. Galvano's corpse. Choco Jack's Shadowland. Don't really like the SOS on that one, but this one, I like this one more than that one. Bang. What? Oh, this is how the murder happened. But, oh, I assume it was used by a gun back then. Wait, what? Oh! 13 as in start of life, Eliza or maid. Cecilia? Oh, that's supposed to... I would have liked Cecilia a lot more with that design. Title screen? Oh yeah. Ozaki stuff? Oh! Ozaki's name is on the good part. I see. Just the bald guy's head. Oh, here we have Umineko. Nonaku Koryoni. Portrait of... Come on, tell me that's not Umineko inspired. Tell me that. It's in a portrait. Frame. Umineko in minute frames. Eliza 2.0. Character height chart. Who's taller? Gilligan? I can't tell with the hat. Donald, sure, short. I mean, he has to walk with a cane, so. Well, Howard's pretty short, too. Old versus new sprites. Huh. I think I would actually like that Butler more. The hat kind of felt forced, you know? Yeah. I actually kind of like this art style. Oh, not this one. They both give off totally different feelings. Like, this Alyza's more kind of like what we got. And this one's, you know, like, both of them, this one kind of looks like Eva, and this one kind of acts like Eva. Light? Yeah, I prefer the original. Well, like, the new, like, the real. And I actually like them both. Well, I like this one more. I like them about the same. Oh, that's something. Jack? This suits Jack a lot more. And I don't really have an opinion on these two. Unused deleted CGs. Oh, like them walking in on Cicella in the room. Gilligan's designs. Okay, that's kind of cool. Draft serial. First 2 or 3 chapters remain mostly the same. However, Gaetano and Gilligan did not fight on that first night, which was instead on the second night. Gaetano was then found dead in his room on the third night. There was no elevator. Originally, the Colmore couple died in a faulty balcony rather than the elevator. The captain still murdered them. Speaking of captains, Jack was actually playing no role in the crime. Closed room was simply made by Jack locking the balcony door. Flight had used to get inside Gaetano's room. Other notable features include Butler remaining knocked out, still on that the ship actually docks and he's transferred to a local hospital, solving the case the moment he awakens. Elizabeth was also supposed to be the second victim, while Howard is going to get critically wounded but not die. Chapter 1. Again, the murder took place on the third night. Part of Blythe's backstory is hinted near the casino scene. That shares a gambling industry to throw away all the company's money. This is factored into an overarching storyline which is scrapped. Also, there's an obligatory sonnet scene. Cicella was more intimate with Gilligan. However, I found those two out of place. I agree with that. Gilligan also did a lot of investigation, especially concerning a supposed phantom in the engineer. This turned out to be Butler. Skipped the infirmary toy after he fell off the ship. Oh, what? He fell off the ship? Alyza was once again the second victim, being poisoned in Chapter 9. Captain Jack played a larger role, sending his army of guards to attack everyone, which resulted in a silly fight scene. Donald had some more character development, being a direct relative of both Jack and Helen. This too was scrapped. Alternate solutions. Those who played the old demo may recall a few power outages on the second day. One solution involved using the blackouts to disable the lock on the main door. I felt this was too cheap and unsatisfying as a solution. Another is Spider-Man theory, popular among beta testers, involved Jack using some rope to scale the balcony and enter via a conventionally open balcony door. However, it's too improbable and very difficult to hint using evidence. In some versions, Gaetano was killed right in the elevator. Others, he was dragged there after being killed in his room. Sometimes he was lured, and the guard Blythe or convenient notes in his room. Same paper he wrote to Gilligan. Murder weapon had also been a kitchen knife and a gun, from Jack's guards before he finally settled on the bottom of the body. Alternate ending. Changed to an extended ending for the 2017 re-release. Previously, Butler magically appeared in time to chase Blythe, as Butler had placed the bomb in the car beforehand. The scene ended immediately after the car's explosion. What? He put the bomb? The following scene was the final exchange between Butler and Gilligan, which now occurs as the flashback while on the plane. Butler gives Gilligan the mystery novel in the credits roll. Many people felt the ending was rushed, confusing, and abrupt. So for the re-release, decided to rearrange what happened in a more interesting manner, and an epilogue to wrap up the story in a proper way. So all the text after the car entry appears in a totally new, and was written just for this version. Also, in the previous ending, the name of this bodyguard had been completely forgotten enough to die. Make sure to fix that! The scene where he says they get treated like cannon fodder is, version differences. Make some story changes for the 2017 re-release, based on player feedback from 2013. Too many people had easily guessed the meaning of SOS, so we reduced the amount of screen time it had and cut references to it. Cut out the weakest scenes, including when Gilligan tried to jump off the ship, and Cicella blamed the murder on the ghosts. Oh, what? Gilligan tried to jump off the ship? Like, what, suicide? Like in the beginning with Butler? when Cecilia blamed the murder on ghosts, and some dialogue during the escape sequence. Some mystery logic can be fixed. Almost key rings was changed to Jack's hearing. Cecilia tells Gilligan she cleaned this room sooner. Searching room 502 is condensed, rather than the whole cast sticking together after chapter 5. Put the spotlight on Gilligan, Butler, and Cecilia. Though most of the story remains the same, over 100 lines were rewritten with better phrasing, others removed entirely. Oh, I guess a lot goes into, author's note 2013. You get what I mean, a lot just goes into it, and you end up forgetting some things, just totally misremembering them, etc., etc. Thank you for playing Detective Butler. Working on this game has been quite a long ride, however it's definitely worth it. Learned so much about writing, visual novel development, especially the art of creating mysteries. It's really fun. Said that because this is the first episode, should have a somewhat easy solution. However, I also noticed the problem that many mystery English visual novels lack a solid mystery, so I felt I had to rewrite over and over until it was something that could really be remembered and enjoyed. However, hopefully I succeeded in that goal, because it took so long to make the game. A huge number of assets and ideas were not seen in the final version, so I included many of them as a bonus for completing the game. Sincerely, Control Goldbar. Thank you once again for playing 4 years later. After initially finishing the game, we really didn't look back on it until now. So reading it again, we're able to see more objectively which parts need improvement. So we did lots of bug testing to fix every problem we found, even added in extra content that we think makes the game better than ever. Want this re-release to be enjoyed by newcomers and those who played the original. The sequel is going to be a lot of fun, so please check out our website for updates. Hope to see you soon. Control Goldbar. I will be checking out the sequel actually. I liked it or not. Oh, was that everything? Oh, it was. Give me 10 minutes. There's an achievement for skipping through the game, so I'll just go and get that while I talk. Go to the prologue. Usually there might be like a special CG or something if I do. Well, I doubt it. A special message maybe. Oh yeah, I forgot how it starts with, Butler being like ice. Let me turn the volume off first. System. Did I save the settings? Save settings. Okay, what's the skip button? S? What do I have to hold it? Oh. Did I break it? How do I skip? Okay, I just have to hold down control, I guess. So, what did I think about it? It was, as far as English visual novels, it was pretty good. Like, what's my English visual novel? I'll say Western, so I can include Everlasting Summer. What's my Western visual novel tier list? Well, first, I'm trying to think, how many have I read? Because I guess I'd put Everlasting Summer first. Because even though I've forgotten a lot about it, I remember enjoying it a lot more. Maybe it's just because I recorded it and, people have comments. I had a fun time with it. But the more I think about it, like after reading it, the more I like it. The opposite is true for Katawa Shoujo. Like, Katawa Shoujo is my first visual novel, except for Ace Attorney. And I really liked it then, but, the more visual novels I read, the more it just doesn't stand out. Like, it's... I guess the premise is unique, and the execution is... Some of the arts are good, some of them are bad, because different authors. But, so, I probably put Katawa Shoujo then. With this, after it, although I am really fond of this one. Just because, it reminds me of Umineko. That's... Although sometimes it felt forced to be like Umineko. Like, even though I like the scene where he punched Blythe, it was unnecessary. What else? But you can get some huge Umineko vibes. Like, aside from some of the reused assets from Umineko. Like, is there a way to skip this faster? What else? Like the between truth and happiness thing. That's Umineko. Not that there's a bad thing with that, but having read Umineko, that's all I think of when I see it. That's all I think. Umineko's all I think about when I see anything, really. What else is there? I want to keep going just so I can see if there's, you know, a special message for skipping, but what else can I say? The mystery itself, like, you know, Blythe being the culprit, I called it. I didn't call the Jack accomplice thing, but I called it was her. If I didn't wait like 3 weeks to play the last couple chapters, I probably could have figured it out. It's like I got close enough to it. Like, you know, I won the battles, but the war, it was a draw. Like, it wasn't a loss, it was just a draw. Although, faults with this game, it tried to, you know, characters, you know, Galvano especially, trying to like make you feel for them, but it just felt poorly executed. Like, usually with these kind of things, I can get into it. Like, you know, I can relate to the characters. Like, it doesn't take a lot for me to do that. As long as it's not, you know, an anime where it's main character gets a harem of girls and walks in and out of them in the bathroom and he yells and the roof goes flying off the house as it gets hit. But like, what do you call that? Suspension of disbelief? Like, I can sympathize with stories probably more than the average guy. I don't even know if that's suspension of disbelief or not, but close enough. And yeah, it just took a long time to get started. Which, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It felt like it took a long time. I guess Umineko felt like it took a long time too, but on a reread, I really enjoyed Umineko. Like, I reread episode 1 a couple months ago. I really enjoyed it. But if I reread this in like a year, it probably felt like, you know, the same slog, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it, but it still feels like it takes just as long, if not longer, to pick up. And I mean, to be fair with this, there's not as much to get on reread, on a reread than, you know, Umineko. Because Umineko's massive, you know, its answers are vague. Well, you get what I mean by that. Yeah, like, we're on chapter 4 right now, and we haven't even found the body. Right? I think? And what was the card game thing? Maybe what really happened in the elevator was she found some trading cards and he beat her in the game while the elevator was still moving, like before the door opened. He won, like, so he won in the matter of like 20 seconds, and they were holding all the cards like they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh. They were somehow holding the cards. They had like don't ask how, they had dual discs. Yeah, and he won 20 seconds. He just got Exodia. You know, he used Pot of Greed twice, got Exodia, and so she just, you know, killed him. Send him straight to the Shadow Realm. Oh yeah, Blythe was the one to find the key. Wow! I am surprised I missed that. How did I miss that? Wow. I'm an idiot. Like, I knew to look out for things like that. Because Umineko's taught me, you know, don't trust anyone. Literally everybody's the killer in Umineko. No. Everyone except Battler's in on it. Actually, Battler's in on it. I mean, really, Battler's the culprit, right? I mean, think about it. He has a purple suit. I joke with my friend who, so I've been trying to get him to read Umineko. He's read episode 1, but he stopped there and hasn't picked it up. It's been like a couple months now. I keep telling him, you know, read it. It's Umineko, the best thing that will ever happen to you. And so I keep joking with him that Battler's the culprit, even though I have also told him that Battler's not the culprit, because, you know, that's a fair thing to say to someone. we end up talking about it a lot, but he knows like nothing about it. So every time he makes he says something like, "Oh yeah, I think Yos is a good mother who doesn't beat her child," even though it shows in episode 1. I'm like, "Oh yeah, me too," because I can't say, "Oh yeah, she beats her child." You get what I mean. I'm using that as an example so I don't actually spoil Umineko here. Yeah, so this is about the point in the visual novel when it started to pick up. Fell down a little when Gilligan had his flashback with his dad. But then it picked back up right after. And you can see the Umineko inspirations from it. Like, basically the lead up to him announcing who the culprit is. You know, there's multiple times like, okay, I got it. Are you ready? You ready, everyone? We're gonna say it. And, you know, there's a talk in Umineko episode 5 about, you know, Nox's 10 Commandments and revealing. You get what I mean by that. If you've read Umineko, you know what I mean. Nobody can forget. Was it the question mark, or the Tea Party of episode 5? It's just, you know, Battler, Virgilius was a Skep character, and down or drinking tea together. Beatrice was there too, but we don't talk about episode 5 Beatrice. Actually, you read that like a few weeks ago. And so, I feel like this whole thing was inspired by, well, yeah, it was. But by that scene and the story elements, I guess I should say, were inspired by episode 8. Like, definitely, 100%. I can tell this is made by people who like Umineko. Or at least the writer. What if I don't get the achievement? There better be a special message. You better not just be there just for skipping through. It's actually just to increase the Steam playtime by 10 hours because that's how long it takes to skip through this. And I can't tab out to see the OBS time because I'm holding down control right now. Because S wasn't the skip button. Okay, we're on the flashback now. Yeah, that's probably the lowest time in the visual novel. With episode 1, you know, you're not expecting it to be, you know, someone to die in the first chapter. Although that actually happens a lot in detective novels. Like even Van Dyne's 10 Commandments just assumes someone dies in the first chapter. Well, 20 Commandments, sorry. He doesn't even say, oh yeah, you know, make sure someone dies in the first chapter. He's just like, okay, when someone dies in the first chapter, what did he... It's been a while since I've read through Van Dyne's and Nox's Commandments. Like, you know, there's Nox's 10 Commandments, but he also has like a paragraph explaining, you know, the point of each one of them. There's a website that has them. You can just look it up, Google it if you're interested. And Van Dyne's, the reasoning behind it is always going to be where you see them. Unless you're on like the Umineko wiki, which they actually are listed on the wiki, I think. But Van Dyne's 20 aren't on the Wikipedia page, like Golden Age of Detective Fiction. I just go to that when I forget one of Nox's Commandments. Okay, we're almost done. I thought the reason for adding the bomb there at the end. So was Butler the one who put it there? How did he get it in? But I thought the reason for it was like if you actually shot a tire and you're into a building, there wouldn't actually be like any fire or anything. It'd just, you know, be a regular, like, you know how in movies cars explode like upon crashing or something or getting shot. I haven't watched any movies where this happens. I've just seen people talk about it. I hardly see any movies. Like, I'm not bragging about that. I'm just saying that as a fact. I should see more movies. But, you know, then... Well, I don't want to say why because, okay, anyway, yeah. What? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, maybe there's some guy who wrote, like, a 20-page email, you know, explaining why Just an essay, like, for college. Just his final. He had to write an essay about something, I don't know. But he was majoring in car explosions and had to write an essay about it. About how cars don't explode upon being shot in the tire. But seriously, what was up with that bomb? I wonder for the next game, are there going to be any recurring characters except for Butler and Gilligan? Because I like it when games do that. Although, please no Cicilla. I just didn't like Cicilla either. Okay, we're almost done here. Now this is Blight's, you know. Oh, I'm innocent. It was an accident, I swear. I was buying it up until Gilligan mentioned that something was missing. Well, really, until, you know, she said she doesn't remember what happened next. But, and here we have the best scene in the visual novel. Here we go. Oh, hold on a second. Talking about, you know, bodyguard somehow getting overwhelmed and getting his gun stolen, obviously. No, there it is. There it is. So I'll definitely be checking out Detective Butler 2 or whatever they call it. I think they were planning to release it soonish. Like soonish just in like, I want to say they're working. I know they're working on it because I remember there's an update like within the past month. I want to say it. Look, I checked the page out like when I first started playing a month ago. But whenever the game does come out, I'll be sure to check it out. I think it's going to be like a point and click. Which, I guess I'm fine with that. I don't really like point and clicks, but they wrote a good enough mystery that, you know, I'll check it out because I like mysteries. Oh yeah, so after this, I'm going to start playing another English visual novel. I haven't recorded it yet, but if you want today, probably tomorrow. This might be uploaded after it comes out. Valhalla. It's not spelled like that, but that's how it's pronounced, I think. It's an English visual novel. It's like, woo, we got it! Got the achievement. Skipper. Okay, guys, that's been... Oh, 37 minutes, ouch. Alright, the music's off, so we can't hear the credits. That's been Detective Butler. How long did that last me? 6 hours. And it's a free-to-play game. I had a lot of fun with it. For what it was. I wasn't expecting, you know, the savior of visual novels like Umi Neko. Umi Neko saves visual novels yet again. And... yeah, it was good. Like, not as good as, you know, some of the other stuff I've read, but you get what I mean. It's good for what it is. I already said that. And for a free-to-play game, it's even better. Like, I don't really judge Western visual novels on the same scale as Japanese ones, just because compared to the good Japanese ones, they're never as good. Like, what's the closest thing to it? Katawa Shoujo? Everlasting Summer? So compared to like Chaos Dad, which I think I gave it a 6 out of 10 on visual novel database. I just use that to keep track of visual novels I've read, haven't read. It's a pretty good well-made site. I'll check it out. It's also good for looking at new visual novels that you're thinking of reading, because it has like a tag system and stuff. I turned the music off so you can't hear. I like the main theme. Anyway, this has been Detective Butler, Maiden, Voyage, Murder. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time with Valhalla, Chaos Ed, whatever gets uploaded the day after this. Could be anything. Josiah, you know. So I'll see you guys then, and hopefully with Detective Butler 2 in the near future. Bye.